What should I do?
Ah, ich weiß.
Hallo und willkommen. Ich bin Meister Lenze and you're watching Get Germanized, different ways of saying yes in German. In this series we look at different words and better ways of expressing what you want to say, what you mean, because saying ja over and over and over and over can be a little bit bland for your conversational partner, the person at the other end of your mutterings. So let's not use ja all the time, but let's start with ja nevertheless, because ja is standard. Ja can be used when you want to say yes. Pretty much in any place, anytime, anywhere, with anyone in Germany. For example, your boss, he's asking you a question, have you gotten your work done today? You say, ja, Chef. Or your girlfriend asks you, have you gotten the engagement rings yet? And you say, ja. Or yeah, depending on how much you like that relationship. Or your angry friend asks you, have you finally gotten that money back for me that I want? That you owe me? And you say, yeah, of course. So as you can see, it can be applied in many different situations. But again, you don't want to say ja all the time. So let's look at some variations. If you're a big fan of ja and don't want to change it too much, you could say aber ja, aber ja, aber ja, but yes, of course. This is just a little tweak and doesn't change where you can use it too much. Doesn't make it formal or informal, it just makes it sound a little different. Aber ja. This works especially well in cases where you respond to something that someone is saying of which you think it just goes without saying. Have you done your homework yet? Aber ja. But yes, of course. To be honest, I don't use this very often at all, but you can if you want to. Similarly to this is aber sicher, but sure, aber sicher. Ha! Of course I've done that already. Aber sicher. Herr Smith, have you done your work today at work? Aber sicher. Next up, if someone is suggesting a plan of actions to you and you agree with it and you say, yes, let's do that, it's a deal, then you can say abgemacht. Abgemacht. Basically, it's a deal. Abgemacht. Abgemacht. Next up is the German auf jeden Fall, in any case. This is an affirming statement. If someone asks you if you're still going for that coffee date later, then you say auf jeden Fall. Of course, auf jeden Fall. Or it could be a response to the question, is my favorite team gonna win next weekend? Then you can say auf jeden Fall. They are so good, auf jeden Fall. Or if you're not as sure about this statement, if maybe one of the top players is sick in that team and he cannot participate, then you could say bestimmt, bestimmt. Certainly, but you're not really sure. Bestimmt. But maybe you are sure and you just like bestimmt. It also works. Bestimmt. This can be used when you want to confirm a statement or when you are pretty sure that something's gonna happen but not 100% sure. There is the possibility that you're wrong. Then you could say bestimmt. The next word is einverstanden. Einverstanden. Agreed. Einverstanden. Einverstanden. This can be used with co-workers, friends, whenever you want to say, I agree with you on this. We can go to the game next weekend because that player is sick and my favorite team is now gonna win, so einverstanden, let's go. Or if someone is proposing a business deal to you, do you want to trade these stocks with me for this price? Then you say, einverstanden, agreed. Okay. Next up, gewiss doch. Gewiss doch. Gewiss doch. Gewiss doch is a bit more formal and probably also something that maybe royal servants would say, oh, gewiss doch, or a butler or something like that. Oh, gewiss doch. Or royals themselves. Who knows? But it's basically something that is not used in everyday speech. But if you want to baffle someone, a German friend or co-worker, then just answer with gewiss doch. if, well, he's asking, or she, or they are asking you something. Similarly, old-fashioned is the German word jawohl. Jawohl comes from a more militaristic approach of the German language. Many of you will know this word already because this has been used forever already in movies about, well, the German war periods or German history in general. You will always see soldiers saying jawohl, but not really in everyday life here in Germany. So just be aware of that. Next up is na klar. Na klar. Or just klar. Klar. But if you want to make it sound even more German, then you can say na klar. Ja, of course. Na klar is, well, a confirmation of a statement someone else has presented to you. Basically, when you are a little bit surprised that he's or she or they are even asking about this. Of course I'm going to go to the game. Na klar. Why are you even asking? We're going to almost every game. Na klar. Similar to this is the German word natürlich. Natürlich. Naturally. Natürlich. As you can see, the German and English words are often quite similar in their usage. That makes it easier for those who already speak English. So there you go. Ha! By the way, little advertisement, if you want to get this beautiful Shari merchandise, then you can check out my merchandise shop in the video description, or even underneath this video. I believe there's some highlights of my merch, so check that out if you're interested. I just love this Shari shirt. It's beautiful. Beautiful, I say. Next up is selbstverständlich, self-explanatory basically. Selbstverständlich. Self-understandably so. I don't know. Selbstverständlich. Selbstverständlich is, well, something that explains itself. That why are you even asking? Selbstverständlich. What? Selbstverständlich. It's a bit more awkward to say, I agree, than ja, but can be very effective in a conversation when someone else is proposing something preposterous that you can just reply with selbstverständlich. Of course. A little bit less harsh on your vocal cords is the German word sicher. Sicher. Safe, basically. Safe to say. Yeah, yes. Safe. Sicher. There we go. Sicher. Of course. Sure. Sicher. Are you gonna eat those carrots on your plate, even though they're rotten? Sicher. I like carrots. Rotten carrots especially. Sicher. Next up, a bro word, kind of, maybe. If you and your bro, or friend in general, want to agree on something, then you can fist bump and say gebongt. Okay, this might be very outdated, I'm not 100% sure. It just came to mind. This word exists in the German language and it's gebongt. Ah, gebongt. Hey, gebongt. Maybe it comes, I'm not sure about this. Don't quote me on this. Maybe it comes from the German word der Bon, means the receipt that you get at the register in a supermarket. And maybe if something is gebongt, then it's on the receipt and then it can't be changed anymore. Basically, it's a plan. Gebongt. Don't have to do the fist bump, but yeah, that's a word. Next up is geht in Ordnung. Geht in Ordnung, or just in Ordnung. In Ordnung, agreed. In order, basically. You say this, well, when something doesn't agree with you 100% maybe, but you agree still. In Ordnung. This is how I would use it personally, at least. It's of course a very delicate matter of saying, well, this has to be used in this certain way only, and it can't be used here. That might be different for different people. I personally would only use in Ordnung in, well, the case I've just described, but that doesn't mean you have to as well. Next up, a very easy word for English speakers to use. It's okay. 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 We use this as well in Germany. Okay. Okay. Ja, einverstanden. Okay. We don't need to dwell on this since it's very easy to understand. It's used the same as it is in English. Okay, let's do this. The next word, on the other hand, is something that you might not have heard of before, though. It is geritzt. Geritzt. It's very difficult to say as well, I believe, for many people. Geritzt, meaning carved, something is carved. So something can't be changed anymore because it's been carved somewhere. Geritzt. Let's do it. It's a bit slang, I would say, similar to gebongt. And probably not many people use it these days. But if you come across it, now you know what it means. Geritzt. A word that reminds me of the south of Germany and maybe even Austria is freilich. 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 I can't do it probably, but freilich. Freilich. My Bavarian friends are turning their heads away in shame. Anyway, freilich is something that you will hear especially in the south of Germany. Freilich meaning, of course, yes. Freilich. Another fun word that is a little bit formal and can't be used very often, I don't think at least. Or I mean, you can if you are that kind of person that likes to use formal speech in their daily lives. Then you could use sehr wohl. Sehr wohl, meaning very well. Very well, yeah, okay. Sehr wohl, very well, is also something you would expect a butler to say. At least that's how I feel about this word. Sehr wohl, Master Bruce. The Batcave is ready. Okay, sehr wohl, very well. By the way, I have heard that some of you have used these words with their bosses and stuff like that. It's so funny. Please let me know in the comments when you end up really using these words and what the reaction was as well. I'm really interested. The next word is bekanntermaßen. Bekanntermaßen, as one knows basically, or as it's known. Bekanntermaßen. Yeah, bekanntermaßen. Do you know that this politician is really corrupt? You can say, yeah, bekanntermaßen. Again, this is something probably not used daily. I don't know, at least not by many people, not by me for sure. But bekanntermaßen can be used in certain situations and contexts, I believe. It exists in the German language for a reason, but it's just not something you would hear every day. Next up is jeden Preis. Jeden Preis. No matter the cost, basically. Jeden Preis. For example, if the general tells his officers, we need to hold this city for the next 5 weeks or the war is lost. And then they say, yes, General, jeden Preis, at any cost. Jeden Preis. Again, something that can only be used in very specific situations. But if you come across it, now you know. The next variation of yes, ja, is unbedingt, and can be used when you want to express that, yes, for sure, this has to happen. Unbedingt. Unbedingt. Unbedingt comes from ohne Bedingungen and means without any conditions. So it's gonna happen no matter what, basically. Unbedingt. If you're really certain about something, really sure of something, then you can use unbedingt. For example, should we help those kids that are suffering? Then you say unbedingt, of course. Similarly, you could also say in a situation like this, unter allen Umständen, under any conditions, in any situation, yes, unter allen Umständen. We're almost done, but there is 2 more expressions that I really want to tell you about, and the next one is allerdings. 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 Allerdings can be used to, well, basically recognize a contradiction. If someone tells you, well, that doesn't make any sense, right? Then you could say, allerdings. Yeah, right. Or if you want to increase the meaning of your confirmation, then you can also say, allerdings. For example, the rainforest is burning. It's just freaking terrible. Then you can say, allerdings. Next up is in der Tat. In der Tat. Also a bit more formal. In der Tat. In der Tat. In the act, basically. In the action. In der Tat. Meaning, well, yes, of course, in der Tat, that is true. I wouldn't necessarily use this very often, since it's too formal for my taste. But recently, the comments in the other videos, or on the other videos in this series, have said that some of the words that I said are archaic, they still use. So again, it really depends on you personally and your vocabulary and your sense of a language. If you feel like, oh, this is appropriate now, other people might say, no, this isn't really. So it always depends, I believe. Bonus expression time. You thought we're done, but we're not done yet. As one more, and this is kann man sagen. Kann man sagen. One could say that. Kann man sagen. Kann man sagen is similarly used to one could say that. Kann man sagen. Your cat has gotten really fat. Wow. Ja, kann man sagen. Or kann man wohl sagen. Just adding this little wohl in there makes it sound more German right away. Kann man wohl sagen. One can really say that. Kann man wohl sagen. But kann man sagen makes you sound really German as well, because I don't think this is something super commonly known by German learners, but is something that will be used by native Germans frequently. Kann man sagen. Kann man wohl sagen. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, consider becoming a channel member here on YouTube to support this channel and my work and future videos as well. To all those who have, well, decided to support me here as a channel member or on Patreon, on patreon.com/getgermanized, or via PayPal, or by buying things from my Amazon wish list or sending stuff to my PO box. All these things are highly appreciated. I do not want you to think that I don't see it, that I don't recognize it and appreciate it. I am without words for your graciousness, for your generosity. Thank you. Vielen, vielen Dank. I see you, I think of you, and thank you. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.